Okay, good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending today's training with LSU and EasyVirtualFair. Today, we'll be walking you through the platform and showing you how to build your booth and also how to utilize our chat feature. The first thing I need you to take note of is the browser that you're using. So we do recommend that you do use Google Chrome for the browser when you're either building your booth or either attending the event. Google Chrome will give you the very best experience with our platform. The second thing I'd like you to take note of are the URLs for the event. The first link we have is LSU Careers at EasyVirtualFair.com. This is what we call our live link. And what I mean by that is this is where the attendees are able to register at this time. And then also on September 15th, when the fair is live, the same link will redirect to what we see here on our demo site. Okay? So the day that the event is live, you will see that all the sponsors and images will be located here. This page here will become 3D and everything will be walking around. The flags will be moving, everything will look great. In the meantime, this is our demo site. So this is where you as the recruiter can come in and preview your booth as you build it. You could also run trials in our chat feature. So our chat feature is also active in the demo site. Okay? And to access the demo, you need the link lsucareerevents.easyvirtualfair.com/demo, and the word demo is all caps. Again, the demo site is just where you preview your booth and also run trials in the chat feature. The other link you need is the link to the back end. The back end is where you're able to log in with your login credentials and build your booth. This URL is lsucareerevents.easyvirtualfair.com/backend, and the word backend is all lowercase. Here in the back end, you will input your username and password that's been distributed to you. Primary logins will look something like this: LSU booth and the number 0, or the number that corresponds to your booth. You may find that you have other additional accounts associated with your booth, and these are called chat accounts. Chat accounts look something like this: LSU booth, a number, _ chat, and another number. These logins only have access to the live event when chatting. If you have a chat account, you will be able to log into the live event with your chat account, update your profile, and chat with candidates from the LSU booth 0 or the number that's affiliated with your booth. We'll talk more about chat logins once we get to the chat feature training. For now, go ahead and log in with the primary login for your booth. Once you log into the back end here, you will notice that there are several buttons on the left side panel to click through. We will go through each panel here to build your booth. Okay. Notice here in the back end, all the booths are located here. What you are able to do is flip back and forth from the demo to the back end site and preview your booth. We will be working out of LSU booth 0 to build our booth. And as you can see, the booth is completely empty. There are no images, there are no avatars, and also there aren't really many buttons here to interact with. So as we build your booth, you will notice that the buttons will start to populate here, and also the images for our booth will also start to populate. Again, you want to start by logging into the back end here. The back end is where you're able to go ahead and build and populate everything for your booth. Okay. I will use our company EasyVirtualFair as an example booth. First thing you will notice under basic information and corporate data is that there are 2 asterisks, an asterisk next to company name and also an asterisk next to display name in the fair. This is an indicator that these 2 are the most required fields. Everything else is optional. However, we do encourage you to fill in as much information as possible about your company. The creation date here, we're asking you for the date your company was created. If this is something important you want to share with the attendees, feel free to share that information. Otherwise, you can skip over to it. You can add the number of employees if you want to share that information. Or the next most important one, I believe, is important for everyone to share is your company's website. As you'll notice here, it does say http://. We have this here as a reminder that all links and any links that you add to our platform must all have the HTTP or HTTPS. Please do not type website this way. All websites must include the HTTP or HTTPS. So what we encourage you to do is open up your website, your company's website in a browser or in the tab here. This will ensure that the link that you include in the back end is going to your website. And what you can do from here is copy and paste the link directly from your website and paste it here. As you can see, it automatically includes the HTTPS. Next, we have company slogan. So here in the company slogan, you can share your company slogan if it has one. Like for example, State Farm slogan is like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Something like that. For us, we like to call ourselves the GOAT, and everyone knows that means the greatest of all time, mainly because we really pride ourselves in the customer service that we're able to provide. Next, we have external link, complimentary link 1 and 2, and also fields to share links. So here is where you can share additional links to the candidates or to the attendees for this event, okay? So here we have 1, we're sharing our corporate website, but here you have an opportunity to share 3 more additional links to your booth. And again, these are optional fields. So for example, maybe you feel it's important to share the Meet the Team page. This is where, for our website, the attendees can come and see everyone who's working with our company and kind of get to know them a little bit. All right, so go ahead and copy the link for that page and paste it in the field, and also give it a name. Okay. Scrolling down here, we're now going to start uploading images to our booth. This is our company logo, which you'll be able to see in the very front of the desk here. Okay, to upload an image, first, the file must be in JPEG format, and it must be less than 5 megabytes. Go ahead and select Upload Image. Browse your computer for the file you'd like to upload. Okay, and here you have your image. As you'll notice, we do have a blue box here, and the goal is to fit your image within the blue lines here. So if you're using a mouse pad, scroll down to make your image smaller, or scroll up to make the image larger. If you're using a laptop, bring your fingers close together to make it smaller, and bring 2 fingers further apart to make it larger. Again, the goal here is to get your logo to fit within the blue lines here. Anything bleeding outside of the blue lines here will not be present within the logo when we upload it. So anything on the outsides here will not be visible. So please try to make sure you get as much of the image you want to share within the blue lines here. Next, we have contact information. And here you're going to share the primary contact for your booth or for your company. Again, these are optional fields, so if you don't want to share a phone number or an address, you don't have to, but we at least encourage you to share a contact's name and also their email address. Okay. Scrolling down, we're not social media, so this is where your company has an opportunity to share links to your social media pages. And again, what we encourage you to do is go directly to the browser, go to your company social media page. So for us, we're going to go to the EasyVirtualFair Instagram. And once you get to the page here, what we will do is copy and paste the URL. We'll copy and paste the URL and place it directly within our platform. This is the same steps for any URLs you're pasting to the platform. Same for your Twitter, your LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. We do recommend that you copy and paste those links from the browser so that you can be sure that those links are coming directly from that page. And we'll add one more. We'll add our LinkedIn as well. That way, the attendees or the students visiting our booth, they know that we have these social networks and they can also reach out to us there. Scrolling down, we're now at company profile. So this is where you're going to add a description of your company or of your brand. Here you want to be as detailed as possible about your company. You can even mention anything you like about the job offers or opportunities you're offering within your company. What you'll notice is that this space does have a character limit. So if you do run out of space here, feel free to use the additional box here below. You also have an opportunity to upload an image to your company profile. Again, it must be a JPEG format and less than 5 megabytes. What you can do for this area here, you can copy and paste information directly from your company's website, or you can draft the information yourself. Just for an example, I will copy and paste some information from our website here. But again, you want to be as detailed and descriptive about your company when filling out the fields here. Okay. And again, as I mentioned, you do have an opportunity to upload an additional image to your company's profile. Again, the goal here is to make sure that the image that you're uploading fits within the blue lines here. Anything outside of the perimeter of the blue lines will not be saved. One thing you'll notice is that there are 2 opportunities to save. You can save in the top right corner, or you can save in the bottom right corner. Either way is fine. So now that we've finished all of our corporate data, we filled out all the basic information about our company. What you can do is flip back to the demo site here. Okay, you can hit the refresh button, and then you will notice that some of the buttons have started to populate for your booth. Okay, so first things first, we're noticing that the company profile is here. We have our company logo, an additional image we've uploaded, our location, and also our contact person. Also, we can read additional information about the company below. Next, we have our chat button here. The chat button is available only when the recruiter or recruiters are logged in. In here, this is what we call our public chat. So this is a public area where when candidates come to your booth, if they click the chat button, they're in what we call your public booth. This is where they can ask general questions, they can speak to you amongst other candidates, and they can speak to you amongst other recruiters from your company, okay? So think of this area as your sort of welcome desk for your company, where anyone can walk up to your desk and speak to you, or anyone behind your desk. This is a public chat area. So what we encourage you to do is to leave a welcome message, something short and simple, just saying hello, introducing yourself to the attendees. And, you know, from here, what you're able to do is just let them know that this is a public chat area, and that they do have an opportunity to find you underneath the exhibitors list and chat with you privately one-on-one. But we'll get more to that once we get over to the chat feature. Next, we have the links. So here, this is where you're able to, this is where you're sharing your additional or external links to your external platform. So we have our company's website here. We also have our Meet the Team page. And remember, here in the back end, you do have an opportunity to share additional links. Okay. And next, we do have our social media button that's populated here. Here in our social media button, we can click and visit our LinkedIn and also our Instagram. Okay. Now I'd like to ask you to go from corporate data to banner and poster. Here, we're going to add 2 additional images to our booth. So please go from corporate data to banner and poster, skipping design for now. Okay. So here we're going to upload 2 additional images to the booth. We're going to upload 1 banner image and 1 poster image. The file must be JPEG format and also less than 5 megabytes. Select Add Banner to upload the image. Again, anything outside of the blue line will not be included. Here, if you notice at the bottom, you do have the specs for this image. So if you want the specific dimensions to upload, please use the image here. Please use the specs here. Also, you have an opportunity to share a link. So if you want to share a link that corresponds with the image, feel free to do so. Next, you can upload a poster image. And again, follow the same format, JPEG file, less than 5 megabytes. Okay, scroll down to make the image smaller or scroll up to make the image larger. Again, anything outside will not be saved. Okay, so now that we've uploaded 2 additional images here, please go to Design. Now that you're in the Design tab, we can see that our images have uploaded. We have our company's logo in the very front of the desk. We also have our 2 additional images here, our banner and poster image. Once these images have been uploaded to your booth, please go ahead and select Save Changes. You will not be able to see your images within your booth until you save them in the design. That's why we asked you to go from corporate data to banner and poster. That way you have an opportunity to save your images into the design. Now that you've saved your images, what you are able to do is come back to your booth, refresh your page, and now you'll be able to see your company's logo in the front of the desk, as well as additional images in your avatar. At this time, you do have an opportunity to customize your desk. You can also change the avatar of the host. Here you have several options to customize your booth. Feel free to choose the desk that works best for you. You can also change the host. Okay, so now that you've chosen your host and you've chosen your template for your booth, go ahead and hit Save Changes again. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead down to Download. So this is where you have an opportunity to share any PDF or Word document with the visitors. Okay, so if you have a flyer, or if you have a Word document, or maybe an application you want to share, feel free to upload that here. Again, please be mindful of the file size here. To do so, select Add File. Browse your computer for the document you want to share. In this case, I will share our Content Manager guide. Give it a name and give it a brief description. And hit Save. The great thing about our platform is that it will allow you to upload as many downloads as you'd like. So feel free when you're going through your platform, when you're building your booth, share as much information as you'd like. Again, here you're able to upload PDFs and Word documents. Next, you have the opportunity to share videos. Our platform is integrated with YouTube and Vimeo, so feel free to go ahead and upload as many videos as you like to your booth. The first thing we ask you to do is go to your video platform, so whether it's YouTube for video or Vimeo. Okay. What you can do is search for your company's YouTube page. Okay. And once you find your company's YouTube page, find the video you want to share. Once you find the video you want to share,
welcome to the chat.
Go ahead and select the Share button. Selecting the Share button will give you the link that you need. Copy and paste the link. Go back to the back end of your fair and select Add Video. First, you want to give your video a title. Next, you want to select the platform that it's coming from. Then you want to copy and paste the link. You'll notice in the instruction manual that we've given you that the only portion of the link you need to save is the portion after the slash. It's important that you do not save the full link. The only portion of the link you need to save is the portion after the slash. Please also include the video duration. So if the video is 1 minute and 13 seconds, make sure you include the duration. The duration can be found at the bottom of the page here. And hit save. So far, we've completed our corporate data, we've designed our booth, we shared a download, we've uploaded a video, and we also uploaded our banners and posters. Now, let's head down to the mailbox. Here at the mailbox is where you're able to view and retrieve messages from candidates. When the fair is live, candidates have an opportunity to send you a message to your mailbox. When the fair is live, you will see the button here that says mailbox. This button is viewable from the candidate, so candidates will only be able to see the video button, the mailbox button. When a candidate clicks on the mailbox button, they will be able to send a message to you directly to your booth. You'll be able to see all your messages here. You will also be able to respond to those messages. So all you need to do is click on the message from the candidate, hit the reply button. Your reply will go directly to their LSU account. Next, we have account options. So here you're able to view your username, and if you like, you're able to change your password. Please keep your username the same. Do not attempt to change your username, but the password, feel free to change. Next, we have here chat. So here is where you're able to schedule a chat, meaning you're able to let the visitors know what time you will be present or available on our chat feature. So for example, if the fair is available or live from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., but you're only available from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., you can specify that date and time here, and that way the candidate can return at that day and time and find you on our chat feature. Otherwise, if you plan to be present for the entire time from 12 to 4, 12 to 2, whatever the time the fair is scheduled, there's no need to add a scheduled chat here. Okay, but if you do plan to do so, please fill in all the fields here. And I have a small description here. Some more chat with Tish. This afternoon, something short and sweet like that. Okay, and if we go back to our booth, we'll notice that those buttons are also populating for us. Okay, so now that we're at our booth, if we scroll down, we do have our video button here. We can watch and play our videos very nicely. We also have our downloads button here where we can download any content that the employer has shared with us. Our written chat button here shows the schedule, meaning this is the date and time that the recruiter will be available on the chat feature. And lastly, we have our banner and poster images. This is where you're able to see a larger view of the image you uploaded to your booth. Okay. Next, under chat, we have history and private history. This is where you're able to view the public history of your chat. Our platform will allow you to copy and paste or take screenshots of any of the conversations here. That way you can save it to your computer. Same thing with the private history. This is where your private conversations are housed. You're able to come back at the end of your event or during your event at any time to view the transcript of your public or private chat history. Again, you can copy and paste the information here, or you can take screenshots and download that to your computer. Next, we have webcasts. If your company decides to share a webcast, these can be live or pre-recorded. To add a webcast, very simply select the Add Webcast button. You want to fill in all the fields here: the title, the speaker's name, the date and time this will start, any information you want to share about the speaker, You can even upload their image if you choose to. The important thing here is that you have the link to the external platform. So if your webcast is through Zoom or Skype or Google Meets or WebEx, go ahead and make sure you share the link to the external platform. That way, when the attendees attend your webcast, they will be redirected outside of our platform and onto your webcast. Just to give you an example of what this looks like, I'd like to take you to our EasyVirtualFair demo site. So here on our demo site, you'll notice that when we click our webcast from the booth, you click our webcast button here, you can see that there are several webcasts scheduled. And again, our platform, there's no limitations to how many webcasts you can share. They can be on any date and time you select. All the candidate needs to do, or the visitor needs to do, is select the attend button, and they'll be taken outside of our platform along to Zoom or Skype or Google Meet, whatever platform you're using for your webcast. Next, we have offers. And to do so, you're going to select Add Offer. Give your job offer a name. You can provide an external link. Providing an external link will allow visitors to apply to this job offer from your website. Or you can leave the external field link blank. Leaving this blank will allow our platform to keep track of who is interested in your job offer. Please be aware that if you do include an external link, our platform cannot keep track of who is interested in your job offer. And I will share with you how this example looks. For now, I'm going to go ahead and leave our company's website in this field here. That way, because we're asking the attendee that when they apply to the job offer to apply on our website. Okay. Here, as an employer, you have an option. You have the opportunity to share videos. If you want to share a video that corresponds to the job offer, feel free to do so. Again, all videos are uploaded the same way. Add the video link, select the video type. Please also make sure you leave a very, very detailed description about your job opportunities. Candidates like to see what the requirements are as far as education and what you're also looking for in a candidate. So please be as detailed as you can. At the bottom here, you will notice that you have an opportunity to upload an image. If you want to share an image that corresponds with your job opportunity, feel free to do so. Again, all photos uploaded to the platform as PJPEG format and less than 5 megabytes. Now I'm going to create a job offer that does not have an external link. And shortly, I will demonstrate how you're able to apply to these job offers as a visitor. Lastly, we have our visitors tab here. So here, as a visitor, you're able to see anyone who's visited your booth. So during a live event, when a candidate is at your fair and they're scrolling down, all they have to do is click into your booth to be recorded as a visitor. Okay? So again, I'm Tish Lewis, I'm attending this event. All I have to do is click into the booth and automatically the candidate's information will start to populate here. By the end of the event, you will have a nice list here of candidates who have visited your booth. And what you're able to do is export this information to an Excel file, or you can select them all and send them an email. That completes the training today on how to build your booth. Please take a look at your booth on the demo side to make sure that all the information you've uploaded looks great. And also add any information that you choose to if you notice that you may have missed something. What we will do now is log into the fair as a recruiter and demonstrate our chat feature. During a live event, you do want to log into the fair at lsucareerevents.easyvirtualfair.com. As a recruiter, the first thing you want to do is log in. You can log in the top right corner here, or you can log into the chat. Go ahead and log in with your login credentials here. And your password. Once you've logged in, we will ask you to update your profile. As you can see, the user can see LSU Booth 0. We do not want the user or the visitor to see LSU Booth 0, so by updating your profile, you can change this to say your name. You could also add your job title here as well. That way, when the visitor is speaking with you, they know that you're Tish Lewis and you're also a project manager or you're HR, or you can just leave it as your first and last name. That's totally up to you. Please note that there are 3 asterisks here, first name, last name, and email address, so these are the required fields. The Skype option here is optional. Our platform is not integrated with Skype, but what you do have the opportunity to do is share your Skype name. So for example, if you do have a Skype account, you can just simply share the Skype name. All this does is let the attendee know that you have Skype and that they do have an opportunity to share their Skype information with you, and you guys can hop on a Skype call at any time outside of our platform. Again, it's just an optional field. You can completely disregard it if you don't have Skype or if you don't plan on using Skype for the day of the event. Next, we have video link. So here's where you have an opportunity to share a link to an external platform that you do use for video chat. So for example, if you do plan on using Zoom or Skype or Google Meet, and you want to be able to share that link with the attendees, you can save the link here. So for example, if we have a Zoom, your company has Zoom and you want to share the Zoom link, copy the Zoom link you want to share, paste it here, and hit save. Okay. Also, what we encourage you to do is add a photo. So this can be a photo of yourself, or this could be your company's logo. It's totally up to you what you want to share. In my case, I will go ahead and share our company's logo. And hit save again, just to make sure everything's been saved. So go back to the fair. You can select LSU career events, or you can select in the menu and select home. Okay. So here now on the left side as an exhibitor, I am logged in as a recruiter, Tish Lewis, project manager from EasyVirtualFair. What you'll notice is that we have a private chat and we also have a public chat. Again, as I mentioned earlier, the public chat is where you have an opportunity to log in, leave a welcome message, and speak publicly amongst multiple candidates, multiple students, and with the visitors or with the recruiters who are also assisting you with recruiting for your event. We also have a private chat feature where you can speak one-on-one with any visitor that's listed here. Great, so now we're able to go ahead and select underneath the visitors tab here, the candidate we want to speak with. Please note that any candidate can be proactive and initiate conversation with any recruiter, and any recruiter can be proactive and initiate any conversation with a visitor. For example, if I select Courtney's name, I can initiate conversation. And Courtney can also initiate conversation with me. Also, you will notice if you did share that video link in my profile here, you're now able to share the video link directly to the conversation. So for example, if I select the little camera here, I'm now able to share the Zoom link. This is great because now Courtney and I can get on a Zoom call. I can even share documents with Courtney, or Courtney can share documents with me. So for example, if Courtney forgot to upload her resume to her profile, she can select the Word document or the PDF and share it directly to the conversation. Also, what you'll notice is Courtney can enter into our public chat and speak with anyone publicly from our booth. This can be any recruiter that's logged in. She can also ask general questions about our booth. You'll notice that notifications are received in one of two ways. The first way, you'll notice that there's a jumping exclamation mark next to the private chat. Also, when someone has spoken to you publicly, you'll notice there is a jumping exclamation mark next to the public chat. Here in the private chat, you will notice that if there is a blue bubble next to the visitor's name, that's an indicator that they have said something new or that they responded to something that you said. In any case, you will notice that there is a jumping exclamation mark next to private chat when you do have new conversations. As you move throughout the day, you will notice that you have a long list of private chats. And again, be mindful of your notifications here and also here. While you're in a private chat, what you are able to do is export this conversation. So this is the only opportunity you have to export and actually download your chat conversation. Private chats are the only conversations that can be exported and downloaded. So what we encourage you to do, if this conversation is important to you, while you're in the conversation, go ahead and export this conversation. All you need to do is select the three dots here in the top right corner and select Export Chat. By selecting Export Chat, the text file will download to your computer and also include anything that the visitor has included. Maybe it's a link, maybe it's a download, or even the resume. Everything will be included in the text file. If by chance you're talking with a candidate or a visitor and you accidentally close out the conversation before you export it, you can view the transcript here in the back end. So the back end is where you can view a transcript. However, you're not able to export it. So what we encourage you to do, any conversation that is important to you, we do encourage you to export it right away while you're speaking with the candidate. Otherwise, during your event or at the end of your event, you can log into the back end and view the transcript, view the history of the chat. You can take screenshots. You can even copy and paste any text there that you want to save. Okay, but again, please remember that if this conversation is important to you, before you exit out or before you log out of the platform, please remember to save the conversation by exporting it to your computer. Also, what you have an opportunity to do while you're chatting with the candidate is you can view their profile. And to do so, select the three dots in the top right corner, select Info User. Info will give you the option to go to the private chat, public profile. So here, what you're able to do as a recruiter is view the candidate's profile side by side while chatting with them. That concludes the chat portion of today's training.